Speaking freedom. Speaking freedom. Giving you the answers to be free. Be free. Be free. 'Cause we're speaking freedom. And we're live online with Kaci.
Doing whatever you need to do to provide for your family. We are here to support you. We appreciate you. And again, on behalf of Amy Weatherwright, 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK, and V103, you are the latest recipient of the holiday edition of Big Tigger's Big Blessing.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so I wanted to get that on tape because I was just sitting here and Big Tig, V103, and Amy just gave this young lady, well, one of several people that they will eventually give to based on whatever compelling story that they have to show or express their need. So I guess she has some things going on in her family, of course, and she's struggling to provide Christmas for her children. And I don't know the entire scope of everything, or I didn't listen to the whole story. I just tapped in after I dropped my children off at school. But what I did hear is that $3,000 is a lot to some people. Shit, $500 can be a lot to some people. But for other people, I don't want to say a lot, I can't say a majority. For a minority of black people specifically, $1,000 is not a lot. $3,000 is not a lot. Now, I always talk about giving back and feeding into the community by helping others or whatever. And what just came to mind is just an extension of that, honestly, because what I realized is if $3,000 can change a person's life, like 3,000, then that means that about 100% of the well-known rappers could take a portion of what they get for a feature and bless a whole bunch of fucking people. And I'm not saying money does not fix and or solve everything, but money is an answer for many things in a world that is based on capitalism. And that's just basically capitalizing off of natural and or free resources. So in my mindset, it just hits me that it should be something that to where every check you get, look, if you file taxes, pay your taxes, handle your financial shit, and you on top of your game, then what I'm saying should be like, man, that's easy to do. Because literally every month you need so many tax write-offs in order to not be so much in the negative. Because when you make cash money, like when you like when you bring in front end, back ends, you know what I'm saying, without no goddamn taxes deducted from it, when you are a 1099 recipient, or if you are you know what I'm saying, like if you are a business owner, then in order to balance your books, you have to write off your expenses, business expenses. You have to you can write off like regular clerical expenses. Now, I am not a tax expert. This is not real tax advice. This is just what I know because I used to do my own taxes when I was married all the time. And the other times that I had to file taxes. Because I'm a disabled veteran, I don't file taxes regularly because I have no reason to file taxes. I don't bring in any taxable income. That is some of the reason, but not all of the reason, why I am a little bit more hesitant about being something bigger than what I've been comfortable being. Because then I have to file taxes. Then I got to make sure I'm doing all this extra shit that I ain't had to worry about. All this shit is extra. It's stressful. Things that I'm free and clear of. But because I have had businesses before, 2006, I started the Storehouse Inc. And that was a great business, ideal, but started it in a relationship, got married, and didn't even follow through with the shit. This is my problem. My problem is I get distracted by relationship type shit. So it's easy for me to ease up on relationships because I know that if it's not the right relationship, it's going to throw off everything. Just a little tidbit. Because I ain't been doing videos a lot lately as I've been uploading content. So what I've learned from filing taxes when I was in the Army, filing taxes when I was married and working at child support, what I learned from owning a business, and even what I've learned from just watching, observing, and getting an understanding so that I can help other people grow, is that you can write off business expenses. You can write off if you go out to eat on company time or company dime, you use your company card for things. Now, I don't think you can just use your company card for just anything, but I don't know, because you can get business credit, and you can get instead of having the shit even attached to your name, you can have business credit, and you can get shit in the business name, and it'd be like the business shit. Thing is, I only thought that they was doing that shit at churches. I didn't realize that was the whole game in the enterprise mindset. Another topic. Anyways, so what you write off is you gonna write off your gas if you use your privately owned vehicle, or filing taxes up under your business, because you still have to file taxes that is kind of somewhat inclusive if you're an LLC owner, but you can write off your travel expenses if it's business related. You can write off your clothing expenses if it's business related. Your makeup, your hair, your nails, all that shit is business related if you are an entrepreneur and it influences, shapes, or helps your business. Your clothes, all that shit. Your shoes, all that shit. Now, I'm sure there's a limit to how much you can write off of the total. But I think currently you can probably write off almost everything because of the pandemic and COVID and shit. Now, let's just, nip that. So, within the things that you can write off, as an individual, we write off church giving and donations. So it does not change because your tax bracket change or your environment change. If you are a wealthy person and you give, then that will help cut some of your taxable income. So if you're giving $30,000, that is 100 people $3,000 every single time you get. And look, they don't have to be every time you doing the same 100 people. Maybe you compile a list of people that is involved in certain departments and areas. Like, I'm not saying save nobody that is strung out and giving nobody money that's going to fumble the ball. I'm talking about hooking up with organizations that can get you in contact with people who are in need of assistance. Like, there are people that need their bills paid. Like, they may, wait a minute, because I want to say there is some of these Saint Lutheran type churches. They have like where they have food banks, or the Salvation Army, where some places where you can sign up and they will call your bill collector and pay a bill for you if it's like an immediate need, your water, light, gas. They'll help you pay your rent. Now, the first initial thought is that if you hook up with these organizations, then you could begin to become an a giver into an organization that directly pays people's bills who are financially challenged, and the organization already has a way to prove that they are financially challenged. How do I know? Because there was one time I was really broke, living in Atlanta, and I don't know if my bills was all the way past due, or if I just had one thing that was due. I used to struggle paying my car payment back in the day. So, like, when y'all see me goddamn moving a certain way, doing certain shit a little bit different, it's because I didn't have a car repossessed before. You know what I'm saying? And I had the money to pay for it at the time. Now, I should still have my Pontiac right now, goddamn, but I fumbled the bag. Gave it all away, was, you know what I'm saying, being generous. I did do my book, but, you know what I'm saying, I didn't do what I was supposed to do with it after I had prayed and God gave the provision. Now, I'm not saying that, put my business out there, because I know it seems like I can put my business out there a lot, but it's really not that. It's just, I'm teaching from experience. I'm saying from experience. So if I'm telling you something from experience, you know that I'm not just saying some shit because somebody told me some shit. I'm telling you from motherfucking experience, nigga. But, look, my videos for the hood niggas, for the rappers, for the trap stars, goddamn, for the bitches on the pole that's looking for, you know what I'm saying, a way to tighten up their business. Because guess what? Even a pole dancer is a business. That's a business. She's an independent contractor. And guess what? In order to do your money right, so that if they see you posting shit online, they don't be trying to calculate and goddamn send you tax fines, every check you get, you can either find an organization, or the last thought that came to mind is that we can collectively create a black ran, not black name and then got white people behind it, but a actually black owned, black ran company. It might be one that exists. If there is one, please let me know, and I will make sure that they are included in one of these videos by name. That literally other black people, only black people, I don't give a fuck what nobody else got going on. Don't nobody goddamn, you know what I'm saying, cut for us like we should cut for us. Like, if we don't cut for ourselves, if we ain't looking out for ourselves, then we shouldn't expect people to put us in position, because they the ones doing everything. So we got to earn our position by learning to take care of ourselves. Now, they don't want us to learn to take care of ourselves because it fucks up what they got going on if we're not codependent on, you know what I'm saying, that shit. But if we come together collectively, and instead of doing all this other shit, all this fighting, fussing, and killing, and all that shit, like, we got to stop that shit. But then, let me tell you something. It's just a little extra, little tad bit extra. In order for the killings to decrease, as rappers, artists, whatever y'all doing, once y'all clean y'all shit up, if you a trapper, if you Wall Street, if you goddamn whatever you do, in order to get out of selling dope, having to live in the street and have a hard life, whatever you do, I don't know what you do, you cannot say that you're changing your life and then glorify, antagonize, and rub killing somebody's homeboy or killing somebody's people in their motherfucking face. Okay, you did it. If you change your life, then acknowledge that you have had some transgressions and that you've grown from some shit that you don't even want to mention, because one, telling on yourself, hello, you're not trying to go to jail for murder. But two, it's like taunting the people that lost loved ones. So if niggas start rapping about, oh yeah, killed Dolph, da 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 da, then guess what? They are taunting the people that love that man. So guess what? It makes the same way that rapper or that comedian got killed for saying that shit, for saying whatever he said about Dolph. That shit is a chain reaction. And I'm using Dolph because he's the most recent that I know of. Well, no, because right after he got killed in the street, somebody walked up on another guy in Cali, right in his motherfucking driveway. Some old crazy execution ass style type shit. Like, that was personal. That wasn't no, you know what I'm saying, just somebody paid me to put a price on your head. If somebody paid for that nigga got paid top motherfucking dollar, because that shit was the goddamn lethal. Anyways, if people rap about killing these men, then all that's going to do is agitate the hurt within the people that lost those people. Like when who was the old buddy that killed Bankroll? When he was touting that, and I don't know if it was him that was touting that, like it was an honor, or if it was 21 Savage that said something like, nigga, tell them you the one that, you know what I'm saying? Because when you start doing that, that is taunting the victim's family, the victim's relatives. It's almost like, even if you don't do that, somebody, one of my buddies on Instagram, partner, best friend, brother type bond, passed away, car accident. He has to get online and tell people, don't call his wife that just lost her husband about money a nigga owe you, especially if it's a little bit of nothing. But when people begin to do stuff like that, that's taunting the family. You're stressing the family. It's like adding insult to injury. I'm already hurt. Now you're going to insult me by doing this. That's going to make somebody upset, and it's going to make other people retaliate, because now you're pouring salt on an open wound. Vinegar even. Alcohol. God damn, that would hurt. So, until we kind of got to redirect that. If we're leaving the streets, then we can't brag about the street shit that we did like that, because you can talk about where you come from, but how you do it will say a lot more about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had to kill a nigga, then I had to, you know what I'm saying, do what I had to do. But not, oh yeah, I ran down just for the fun of it type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that if people didn't know you did it, specifically, they was trying to figure out, well, who was behind it, or who, you know what I'm saying? Then guess what? You've just given them a target. Now back to the regular program. So, as leaders in the community, if we're trying to become leaders of our culture and community, I gotta hurry up because I got a class at 12 to like 2. If we are becoming leaders, then the goal is to become providers of the community, because Black people specifically, they look to who provides for them. So guess what? If you start, and we're not doing it to manipulate people, but in order to lead the culture, in order to change the world, you have to be a big giver, because people will respect you when you are a giver. I just read something yesterday that said in wherever El Chapo was, they called him Robin Hood, because he made sure the roads was fixed. He made sure people wasn't killing or innocent people, that they wasn't robbing, and they wasn't doing petty crimes and shit. He made the people made sure that they was being upright people. And when you make sure that you know what I'm saying, protecting the people and looking out for the people and feeding the people, then guess what? They'll honor you, protect you, and cover you as well. I think one of the biggest things that's missing in church is the care for the people. It's like once you get in that role, it is very easy to get swept up in the praise and forget why you came. And then you be all in the praise and you be all, yeah, this is me now, who I am, and walking in the, you know what I'm saying, that aspect of leadership. But you forget that you're a servant first. So you get caught up in all the extra shit and then don't, you know what I'm saying, do what you really came for. Then the messages are critiqued because, or you begin to change your message because you're trying to make sure that them numbers add up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure them pieces hit. And you ain't trying to do no Joe Osteen, money in the damn toilet type shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we doing. I believe that it would be a great idea to either start a company or connect with companies that already do this. And every time you earn a bag, you give a bag. If you fuck with Love Game, if you on Speaking Freedom shit, you know what I'm saying? If we on that time, tippy time with the tippy tay, then I think that that's a reasonable exchange. Y'all know I feed it y'all all day, every goddamn day, even when I ain't trying to or don't feel like it. You know what I'm saying? It's always something that is business related. So I think that if $3,000 can alleviate, change somebody's life, like a person that makes minimum wage, that makes, you know what I'm saying, living paycheck to paycheck, $3,000 could be a great cushion. $1,000 could be a great cushion. But if you're making $100 a feature and you got 1,000 features, that's a lot of money that you got to pay taxes on. It's a lot of money that you could give away and help the community build structures that help the community. Put yourself in a leadership position by putting your money in a leadership position. And then when you put your money in a leadership position, you will have a lot more power and a lot more play. Now, they might not want to see you in certain positions, but they're going to respect it either way. Because you earn your space by putting your money where your mouth is and allowing your money to speak in a positive way. Like, your character should speak, but money amplifies the character that we see. So if you broke and you act a certain way, when you rich, you could act worse, or you could change because now you ain't trying to survive. You're thriving. You're in a good place. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we would be a greater force like that. Like I know that we have our other giving scale, payment giving scale, and most people do well. Some I kind of been so caught up in my own shit that I ain't paying attention to who doing the giving and who not doing the giving. But it's a lot of motherfuckers that owe down. Trust, I know that. Okay, you owe down. Pay up. Pay the piper. So I think that this would be great. In addition to, not in replacement of, but in addition to the sporadic giving, a consistent way in order to really and truly, and if you do it with a nonprofit organization, you can definitely do the tax write-off or whatever, but all of those are tracked and you will need to show the paperwork for that. Now, if you're creating an organization or giving, I think directly to people in donation, then you should be able to show, if you get a cashier's check that comes with a cashier's receipt, then you can show that you've given and what you've given to, like, if you have company checks, they normally come in a huge booklet that you can write the check out if you have written checks, or where it comes where you can, when you load it up in the printer, it's going to give you the actual check and then some sort of a check stub, and you can use the check stub as a way to track your donations. But you also got to get all of your receipts and keep all of your receipts when you do other things also, so that you can have a legitimate tax write-off. Again, I am not a tax person. I just know a little bit about a little bit. But I know this shit, that giving helps you become a seen leader in the community, especially if you give well. So let's give back and let's help as many people as we can. I love you. Bye. Speaking Freedom presents Good Head Group, providing advanced spiritual studies and personal developmental insight. Brought to you by Love Gang and Speaking Freedom. We look forward to helping you grow in all the areas of your life. We hope that you find all the information needed for your growth. God bless. Please listen to all disclaimers provided. If you are currently under physician's care, please maintain that relationship. This is not intended to stop your current treatment plan. If you need physician care, please seek out medical attention. Please note, all results are based on the individual's ability to adapt and adjust to any given environment and situation. We are not responsible for your results at Speaking Freedom. The life enhancement coaches at Speaking Freedom provide information to help you grow. You are responsible for maintaining that growth, taking on and then applying the information to your individual life as you deem needed and necessary. This may contain and explain explicit content. Please use parental discretion. For best results, you will need an open mind, the ability to research, and a balanced lifestyle.
Please join us daily for your inspiration and motivation.
We have the entire world to offer you at your fingertips. Your life enhancement coaching specialist. Thank you for choosing us to assist you in accomplishing your personal and professional goals. And have a beautiful day. In love, we trust. This is brought to you by Good Head Group, Love Gang, and Speaking Freedom. We thank God for you, and we love you.
Hi, I'm Kaci. Dr. Kaci, to be exact, owner of Speaking Freedom LLC, Love Gang, and Good Head Group LLC. I am also a certified life coach and host of Speaking Freedom Radio and TV. Although I have recently became an ordained minister, please be aware that I am still me, raw and uncut the way God made me and allowed life to shape me. I pray and expect God to use me for people who can receive the way I communicate, as well as my delivery. I am not for those who are already saved, religious, or super deep. I am for the leaders, hustlers, and street influencers around the world, including pimps, killers, drug dealers, and working girls. I am sharing my experiences and perspective to help someone be inspired to be better, and for those who can identify with the various aspects of my mindset. My mindset alone does not determine the status of any active connections or current relationships that have not already been specifically addressed. Additionally, these recordings should not be taken personally if I have not already spoken to you about the topic or expressed that I have an issue. These recordings are a part of my life's work to document my experience, perspective, and to see how life has shaped me. My plan in using my stories publicly and socially is to encourage growth in those who can identify with the experiences and find inspiration in my life to heal and overcome the path that they've been set on, no matter what they face, as according to the purpose of their soul, until healing takes place. Despite the experiences that I may have had with any person, sometimes known and unknown, I hold no grudges, no hate, no bitterness, or any other ill feelings against anyone. I pray that your life is whole and very fruitful. I forgive you as I hope that you forgive me if I have wronged you or anyone that you know or anyone who listens to me. I pray that you have peace and extend the same grace to others. I have love for everyone, especially on a human level, despite flaws or experiences. But that doesn't mean that I will associate or be close to every human that I know or meet. I've experienced a very eventful life and truly believe that my mindset and story based on experiences could help those who identify with how I think and are looking for inspiration to grow further, go beyond hurt, and be great. I pray that these recordings bless you and your soul in every way and whatever way God has intended. Sending love and light to all. Thanks for listening. Achieve your dreams.